Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hell We Ride. Sorry for the delay. We're trying something new, as you can see on the screen. I have Roll20 up. Not super good at knowing what to do on it, but it's more here just to show where everybody's at in token-wise, and to give a good scale of the map instead of using OBS. OBS was had to make a new layer for each token, so that takes a bit. Anyway, so everybody roll me a d6.
4.
1.
4.
I got a 3.
I got a rock.
I got a jar of dirt.
What did Lluis get?
1.
1. And then how about Richtofen?
2.
2. Okay. Lluis, aka Koi. What happened last time?
So we touched the sword, right?
You were going to.
Oh, we were going to, and we got like dream sequence teleport past thing. We are not sure where it is exactly. It's kind of a dream. Anyway, lots of demons, hyenas. What happened? I don't know. We fought all session.
Lulu had a weird moment of memory flash, and now we're in her memory of something that happened a couple hundred or so years in the past, where we're defending a village from Yinogu, and we gotta hold out until, I guess, the point in the dream where Zariel gets here. So we get to fight a demon lord.
Yes, I believe somebody rolled a history or religion check and passed.
That was Brakka.
And just to reiterate, if I can find it. Yeah, ages ago, this place was threatened by Gnoll tribes. The Gnolls raided the town, and then villagers prayed Lathander for help, and Lathander sent Zariel, one of his most powerful angels, to help. And she wiped out the Gnolls the first time. And then about 100 years later, a few generations later, the Gnolls came back, but this time in force, with demon hordes with them, much stronger than last time. And that's when they prayed for Zariel's return once again. And she had to save the city, but not before most of the city was completely destroyed and ravaged by Yinogu's hordes. So the group got sent to this event, not sure if it's a dreamlike state, or you're in an alternate reality, or if you actually got sent back in time to this time. And
Really?
yes?
Kind of tried to fight back when Rick killed those guards.
Yes. So, you guys had to fight a bunch of gnolls and demons. Then a bunch of human guards showed up, having crazy looks in their eyes and covered in the demonic ichor. And when Richtofen fireballed them, the reality seemed to warp and fight against Richtofen. Luckily, Richtofen made all 5 of his saves, and was able to resist the resistance. I don't know. You counter-resist. You cast counter-resist. You heard that a lady's voice, the same lady's voice that you heard when that ghost warrior lady showed up when you were approaching the sword. And she said, "Nice work, take a break. You got an hour before the really bad stuff happens." So, we are going to where they're at now, which is they're going to take the hour to do whatever they wish. You could explore this part of the city that you're in. You could set up for what this really bad stuff is going to be. You could take a short rest. Any of those options. I know we talked out of game that Richtofen was going to use the cantrip Mold Earth for most of the hour on the pathway, which you all can see is this big red box that I have here. That seems to go through the entire main path and back, and has made the entire area difficult terrain. Nyx is on top of the statue of Zariel. Nyx, as you're sitting on top of the statue, are you taking a short rest?
Yes.
Okay. It's 30 foot tall, white marble statue. On top of a 2 foot high dais, so I guess you're technically 32 feet in here.
It's the tallest I've ever been.
Have you though?
Oh,
You've
actually,
been
yeah.
you've been taller areas.
The chicken house.
I don't think I was ever on top of the
The chicken house wasn't this tall.
Oh, no, that's right. The world inside the chicken house. I was taller than some skyscrapers, but I wasn't any bigger than I was.
Some very weird skyscrapers. Most of them are made of metal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very odd.
What is a skyscraper, anyways? I keep using that term. I don't know what it is. It's all these weird buildings. Anyways.
I believe that's what's his name in Greek mythology with the wings try to fly to the sun.
Icarus.
Yeah, it's just Icarus. Skyscraper.
Why did I think Perseus? That's way wrong.
I mean,
Perseus.
flew on a Pegasus.
Anyway,
Perseus, yeah.
anyway,
Wait,
you're
no.
surprisingly comfortable up here, Nyx. Despite the awkward position, you're probably more like a cat, and you can just kind of morph yourself to the spot you're sleeping on or resting on.
Don't all kobolds do that? I thought that was default traits.
They're more dog-like than cat-like.
Take that back, good sir.
like lizard doggo people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I would figure sitting in between the wingspan, like stretched out in that little curve, would be like a marble hammock. So, but anyways, yes, that's
Koi, what are you doing during this hour? The calm.
So is there like a high place I can go full sniper in?
You look in the highest area you can see is where you can just see Nyx's tail just fluttering up above on top of this statue of Zariel. Most buildings are only 1 story tall. The ones that are 2 story tall are about 20 feet up. So the statue's as tall as a hypothetically 3 story tall building.
We could share.
Does it seem comfortable?
Very.
For a kobold.
Legless.
What?
For a kobold.
Yeah.
What did you say, Mav?
Say, clinch up, Legless. Get up there.
I mean, I sat on the shoulder of giants before. I mean, I could always move over a little bit, let you have some room.
Yeah, I don't think either of us will be like super comfortable if we don't have plenty of room to operate. It's a heavy crossbow. I kind of need room to reload. And I'm pretty sure you need to wave your hands to do the
Just
finish.
uses little bitty horns to stabilize.
We are not turning this into an episode of Mad Max, okay?
You look over to the temple to the east, behind the statue. The big double doors are barred, all the windows are closed, but you're pretty sure you can hear chanting inside.
I want to check it.
The good chanting or the bad chanting?
I mean, chanting on its own is neither good nor bad.
No, but it can be creepy as hell.
It's very clearly a temple to Lothander, though.
Okay.
Brakka goes with Koi to check out the temple.
Okay. As you two approach, give me a moment as I'm trying to figure out roll 20.
Right.
You hear the doors unbar, and peeking through, you see what appears to be a very pious-looking priest, a woman in her mid-40s, human, wearing white and gold priestly gown with the symbol with a pendant of Lathander around her, and she says, "Adventurers, please, if you need shelter, come in." You can barely see through the peak through there. There seems to be a lot of other people in there too.
Right. We'll walk in and just look around everything inside real quick.
Okay, so as you look inside, you can hear the chanting more clearly now. It is in common, but it's pretty much songs to Lathander and hoping and praying for his protection. Think like church choir kind of music. Right. It is a white stone temple carved with images of the sun on the exterior, but inside you can see there's probably about 100 other people cramped in here, sitting around the pews and whatnot.
Right.
Or not 150. It's not that big.
Right.
It appears that there is a second floor, but it's a lot smaller than the first floor, and you assume it's probably where the priest lives.
Okay. I'm going to look to the priestess. How many people have made it?
You're looking at those that I've been able to save so far. As you two come in, does Richtofen or Nix change their positions?
No.
You would clearly hear the doors being unbarred and opened, so it's...
I would probably be at the base of the statue, and near the end of the hour, I would recast Danse Macabre. Is there any...
I would say this was about 40 minutes into your hour.
Okay. Looking around, scourging, are there like any holy weapons or silvered weapons laying around?
No. The second you start to come up to the door, what are your zombies doing?
That would still be trying to, make barricades and whatnots.
Okay.
Didn't you want to have them in the pit at some point? That way they're like the last line before...
These zombies, their time is almost up, and I was going to recast fresh ones.
We'll say, being the classic necromancer that you are, you're probably having the zombies doing the work for you, and they're digging up dirt and stuff. Like you might have dug the hole, but they're the ones like making sure all the dirt is where you told them to put it.
And Rick, don't forget about the Nightcaller.
Mm-hmm.
The Nightcrawler?
The Nightcaller, the whistle.
Oh, right. I'm like, I hope there's not a Nightcrawler. You guys aren't high enough level for that.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Well, are there any like normal weapons like bows or anything laying around?
The only weapon that you see in this chapel besides your team's own is the priest's mace that is on her belt loop.
I think Rick was more asking about outside, like town guard or anything like that.
Oh, no, not at all.
Corpses or
Like
Pitchforks,
pitchforks or like things you can use as a makeshift club, probably.
Maybe stuff you could use for makeshift weaponry, but nothing that would be very useful for you, Richtofen.
Don't forget, we gave the leg of Yama to one of the skellies.
Mm-hmm.
which is back in the other realm.
Which skelly?
No, we still had the leg of the table.
That wasn't that wasn't one of the Minotaur skeletons, was it?
Mm-mm.
That has it. They're the only ones that survived, if you recall.
And they're stuck on the outside of the door. They couldn't come into the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we lost the leg of Yama.
I'm sure it's still there on a pile of dust where the skeleton was.
Yeah. Whenever we get out of here. Yeah, but yeah, I'm going to look to the priestess and just nod. You did well bringing them in here. I have a feeling it's not over yet. We're getting ready for a second wave outside in case we do have more coming in.
Well,
From my experience, and Brakka just sort of her grip tightens on the club. Gnolls don't give up until they've actually fed.
How many corpses are in the battlefield?
plenty.
Rick, don't forget we also had Gnoll corpses. They might have weapons on them.
We'll say during this hour, That's probably what your zombies are doing more than anything. They're collecting dead bodies for you. You probably told them to just go get dead bodies and put them in a pile.
It's not creepy at all.
You're a necromancer. It's very, all your resources are right there. You don't need to look around for them.
Pretty much.
Recycle.
I'm gonna whistle a little bit and soak my bolts in holy water. Just in case.
I'll say there's enough holy water here for 10 bolts.
Okay.
Unlike the one you guys found in Ethereal, they don't have like a big giant bowl filled with 50 doses of holy water here. Just like one thing of holy water she had prepared. And oh yeah, forgot to introduce myself. My name is Jessa Brightstar.
Does that name ring a bell at all?
With your history check, you know that this is the priestess who called Zariel in during this event.
Right.
She explains that she and the rest of the correlation? No, congregation is begging Lathander to send Zariel to help them once again. And that's essentially what their prayers are. She offers to heal you if you would like it.
I'm not going to turn it down.
Okay, let me pull up her spells.
Wait, actually, I don't think I took anything.
Boy would still need some healing.
No, I think I did like a short rest.
Oh, they got all your XP back? HP?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have.
Thankfully, for my short rest, I was able to use some sorcery points to get back some spell slots.
Nice.
She says, I believe it's just a matter of time before Zariel appears. I'm glad to see that my healing services aren't needed for you, only for the sake that maybe if Lathander forbid any of the demons got into the temple, I'd be able to use those spells to defend them as best as I can. I am ready to throw down my life to save these people. I hope you are willing to do the same.
Yeah, Brakka just like smacks her mace into her opposing hand with gusto, sister.
Nyx, from sitting on the wings of the statue, comically leans back, so all the way leaning back, facing backwards, but with the legs still hooked on the statue. Just kind of looks over at the lady and says, "We'll do our best, lady." Oh God, that was my worst accent yet. I am so sorry.
Well, this is them inside the temple.
Okay.
So, Nyx, if you're going to stay up on the statue for your rest, the second she let everybody in, she closed the door and barred it again.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Okay, never mind. Still on the statue.
She probably didn't even see you up there. Actually, she didn't even see you up there. So,
well, my stealth prevails.
Think about it. There's a reason why they do most of the ninja things is that they're up above, because naturally we don't look up. We usually look eye level or lower.
Tanuki Gakure no Jutsu.
Yep.
Gesundheit.
Wave the ninja. So, do you do anything else in here?
Just probably look around, see if there's anything that ask her, and also ask her if she would rather us, one of us, take up shop in here to help her defend if they get past us, or if we would be better served outside.
I would say you'd be better served outside, as we will try to keep things barred in.
Very well.
You'll be the first line of defense.
My powers work best under unworked earth, after all.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Do we or do we not still have holy water?
The holy water we did have got turned into normal water.
Yeah.
Yep. You have a lot of water in vials.
We could always ask the priestess to turn it to holy water.
She probably needs those spells, and I think that to enchant it would take a lot of money.
Do you believe that would help you?
What, the holy water?
Yes. I'll say by this time Nyx is like fluttered down and
Oh no,
was
no,
let
no,
in.
no! I'll still be on the statue. I'm just thinking out loud.
Oh,
I mean, if the statue that I'm currently sitting on wants to bug zap the water in my pockets to be holy water, I wouldn't exactly turn it down.
you do
But I'm afraid.
you do feel something about this statue. Not in like a bad way. It seems almost, despite the horde scream you hear every once in a while and the whole place, village, town burning, this statue does feel like a little bit of a sanctuary in a way.
Neat. It's a very comfy. It's a celestially comfortable statue for Nix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Before action commences, just to give you a heads up, I would be recasting Dance Macabre.
Okay.
I would be upcasting Animate Dead, and using my Nightcaller would give me 13 zombies.
Okay. So, I'm going to move everybody back outside.
Yeah.
Hey, look at
Where-
that. I did move a bit.
Where all would you guys like to be positioned? Where would you be trying to position yourselves?
Well, I have one last thing that I wanted to ask before we do anything. I have 20 caltrops, or what was it? Was it 20 equipment?
Sorry.
Is bag of 20 caltrops. How many squares could I affect with them using all of them, or could I affect a certain amount? Because I want to try and place them in like just advantageous positions.
I believe 20 caltrops fills a 5-foot square.
Okay.
Yeah. A single bag of caltrops covers a 5-foot square area.
Is there a way to spread them out a little bit?
They'd be a lot less effective.
All right.
The deck save would be a lot easier, is pretty much what I'm saying.
All right. Okay. Then if that's the case, then I would like to probably drop them as like a one last ditch effort right about here, right in the front. So right as they clamber themselves over the little slope that Rick made, they step Home Alone style right on caltrops and just fall over screaming.
Okay, so I will mark it right there.
Right.
Also, in this area right here, in the mound of dirt, is where I would have buried about 5 of the zombies.
Okay,
Surprise attack, yeah.
Yeah.
Night of the Living Dead.
so I'm gonna scrunch all these zombies together then.
The other
Do those click to a grid? Because you're doing that exceptionally well.
It clicks to a grid, yes.
nice.
You're still doing exceptionally well.
Oh yeah.
I'll shut up now. Sorry.
I would probably be standing at the base of the statue with 2 waves of 4 zombies on either flanking me.
Hey, those at home get to see everything that I'm doing. So,
Nice.
2 sets of 4 zombies?
Yeah.
Copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy. I'm sorry. I'll shut up now.
You're fine. Koi, where would you be? Nyx has the high ground.
It's over, Anakin.
Yeah, are those things around the statue trees?
Yes, those are trees. They are fairly small, except for this is probably the tallest tree right there, and that's within visibility of the courtyard.
Quick. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Is it high enough? I mean, is it higher than the buildings?
No. Well, it's higher than the building it's next to. It's about 15 feet tall.
And the one in the left is taller than the building.
This one? Yes. By about 5 feet.
I think he means this building if it's lower than the tree.
Oh yeah, this building is lower than the tree as well. This
Okay.
building and this building and this building are all single story. They're only 10 feet tall.
Okay, then I will put myself in that tree. On that tree.
Okay, let me grab you. And
Okay.
whee!
Be very careful placing them in the tree.
Who says fish can't climb trees?
Mhm.
And
Albert
Brakka,
Yeah.
where would you be?
Right. As Brakka just gets ready to leave, she turns to the priestess and offers her a shake, and just if she'll take it.
She does.
Right. She gives her a firm handshake, sort of like clasping the forearm style, kind of like orc style handshake, very firm, strong, and just goes, "I be with you, sister."
May the morning Lord protect us.
She nods and
For in the darkest nights, the sun always shines on the horizon.
the sun shines. She gets a little smile at that, remembering her mace she had picked up, like at the start of all this.
And as you leave, you notice the priestess looks at you with a soft smile as they close the doors and rebar them. And as you head back out in the courtyard, you see everybody else is preparing.
There's
You're thinking
one
any minute now something could happen.
Yeah.
It's been about an hour.
One last thing that I'd want to do, given the chance.
Mm-hmm.
After the short rest, concentrating on that little dragon's orb. Call dragons.
Okay.
No, why?
Because I can summon them in as allies.
As allies, you sure?
Are you sure?
Control orb.
They would not be allies, but you could call in an evil dragon if it's in a certain radius.
Oh, evil dragons.
So you're going to do that though?
No, not if it says evil dragons. If that, I guess I skimmed it a little too quickly.
Yeah.
I could try to charm them after they got here.
When you
think it's worth the risk.
So, Orb of Dragonkind. While you control the orb, you can use an action to cause the artifact to issue a telepathic call that extends all directions for 40 miles. Evil dragons in range feel compelled to come to the orb as soon as possible at the most direct route. Dragon deities such as Tiamat are unaffected. Dragons drawn by the orb might be hostile towards you for compelling them against their will. Once you have used this, you can't use it again for an hour.
Oh, this
is not limited to one evil dragon. It's all evil dragons in a 40-mile radius. Which is probably only one. Dragons have really big territories.
I'm so tempted. My charisma's 20. I mean, come on. Yeah, I don't want to take the chance. I don't want to party wipe us after we may or may not win the battle.
Have you seen the charisma from Blue Dragon?
Not only do I have the high charisma, I also gain advantage on charisma checks while talking to dragons as a kobold.
Nice.
No, do you get that from the orb?
From the orb?
I think that's from Dragon Origin.
Yeah, Sorcerer.
Oh, from that specific dragon, though, right? So for you to be blue dragons.
No, it said dragons, period.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
But yeah, Brakka's going to walk up and take position probably behind Richtofen on the plinth of the statue.
Okay, that's like a 2 foot. It's not very tall, so you easily get up there.
Just still, and then she'll just like lean down to Richtofen and is like, "Hey, could your friends over there need a little extra firepower?"
Always. But I was talking about being on the base of the statue as well, Scotty.
Well, so we'll be side by side just in general.
Yeah.
Right. Because I still have 5 clay pots with green slime in them that they can use as projectiles. We took off the biker kobolds.
There.
Ooh,
How do you like that formation for zombies?
That works.
Okay.
A nice phalanx there.
Very nice.
So,
If only they were skeletons with shields.
Did you want the things from Mav?
Well, zombies aren't really good at using weapons.
Well, you can just have them. Just huck them.
Neither are skeletons. They're both mindless undead.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at that point, it's the extra damage.
As a necromancer, it doesn't matter because they use your proficiencies, not their own.
Yeah.
I was just saying because the skeletons have higher decks. But how many clay pots do you have?
I have 5.
That'd be good for the 5 that are buried, wouldn't it? Surprise! Jar in the face.
As you say that, 6 demons appear on the western edge of you. A hulking ape-like brute and 5 small dog-like creatures with rubbery gray bodies and big ears. Cackles in the distance signal more enemies are on the way.
All right.
As I reveal them on our map, and I get to zoom out so everyone can see how small your tokens are. We will roll initiative.
Also,
Let's do.
the clay pots, they slime. Any creature that takes contact, it's an improvised weapon. Any creature that comes into contact with the green slime takes a D10 of acid damage.
Yeah, would give them to the zombies buried. My little suicide squad.
And just have them hawk them in there, or just smash them into one, probably, right?
Come out of the ground and beat them with the pots.
Yeah. Oh, also there's also a 20-foot cube of difficult terrain from where I set off that erupting earth earlier. It doesn't go away. Somewhere along either the side or next to the line.
Okay, so for those at home, they can see how far away they are. Each one of those squares is 5 feet. And we go back to the party. And as we do, that's when we roll initiative.
Rolling now.
So let me roll for the enemies. Not bad. All right, Brakka, what'd you get for initiative?
5.
Okay. Koi,
Not 20.
what's the total?
23.
Sweet. Nix.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Richtofen.
19.
Wow, sorry, Brakka.
Mm-hmm. It's all good.
So
Healer going last means I can probably fix people faster. Or
So-
something, I don't know.
Koi, from your angle, let's see. There was there's the ruler.
Oh, awesome.
So I don't know if that ruler pops up for you guys,
Yes.
Mhm.
I
Yeah, I
see
see.
it.
but Koi, the rooftops themselves are lower, just a little lower than your tree, but they're on the ground, these demons. So I'll say you can just barely see the big one. Normally that would be a 3/4 cover, but with your sniper, doesn't matter. But right now, only the really big ape-like one is visible for you.
How far is it?
270 feet, only because I use the ruler.
How? What 100?
270.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've got some time.
That's like only half the distance I can shoot. I mean,
The second they show up, you notice that you see that one only because one, it's large size, and two, it's up on top of a 5-foot tall dirt mound.
okay.
Nice.
So I will shoot at it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
I will try sharpshooter and try to play it safe.
Oh shit! There's a hide from other button on the ruler for the other players. Sorry guys, I didn't realize you could see that.
That's
Oh,
okay.
you're fine.
19.
19 hits.
Cool. Okay. 16 magical piercing damage.
All right. As you hit this creature, it howls in pain and looks around like it's confused.
I will try again.
Okay.
17.
17 hits. For those at home, let me just shrink the map for you. That's how freaking far away it is. It's just ridiculous, but okay.
16 damage.
All right. You got it pretty good.
And third shot.
Mm-hmm.
So, 17 again.
17.
The same thing. I don't know why it took me so much.
17 hits.
$20 damage.
All right. 3 very well placed silver bolt shots on this big ape demon thing.
And can I move to the rooftop of the? I mean, like take a. I don't know how much can I jump.
Okay, what's your strength score? Actually, I have it right here on the overlay. It's
40.
12. So, which rooftop are you talking about? Are you talking about this one here on roll 20, or this one here to the left?
Wait, everything moved. The left one, yeah.
Okay.
So the one that is closer to the enemies, to put it on the road.
It's 25-foot gap. You would not be able to make that jump.
Okay.
But you probably have time to climb down, move across, and then jump up.
It'd be risky, but you could jump over to this other building rooftop, but it's further away from the enemies. So there's no point.
No, there's no point because even in the corner, I don't get like a better viewing. So no. No, I will stay here. It's okay.
Okay. After Koi is Nix. Nix, you have a clear view of them. The problem is you're really far away.
Right. Chase, Captain, we need to... Oh, wait, no, wrong show.
You are 330 feet away from the closest one.
Yes, I know. I measured that earlier. I'm going to hold my action, hold my turn with the dodge action.
Okay.
But I am on, I do want to say I move to the statue's head and pull the whole ninja pose. Dragon's orb in my right hand, spellcasting hand, and pointed out towards the grate, just waiting for him.
Okay. After Nix then is Richtofen.
I'm going to use my action to hold a cantrip.
Okay. Is this like if they get in range, you fire it?
Yes.
Okay. After Richtofen, it's their turns. So, the leader one, well, the biggest one, so he's with demons, is just assume leader. Seems really frustrated and very hurt as it goes behind one of these trees. Actually, would it go behind it or would it leap over it? Let me double check. If it can do that. Yeah, okay. So instead of moving it where I just moved it, this creature, sorry, I know you got your arrow right there, moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 40 feet and then does a 20-foot leap up onto the roof right here.
It's not showing on Twitch.
No, it's not. Forgot I gotta keep moving the map back and forth. So, and you're gonna see the player's arrows as they try to deduce a range, which is fine. But, and it looks around trying to see where the heck those bolts came from. As it rolls a perception check.
I'm just a tree.
Damn. Could he move 5 feet closer?
He's on the roof's corner. I know you're not really trying to hide, Koi, but give me a stealth check anyway. Or what's your passive stealth? What if you rolled a 10? What would the total be?
If I rolled a 10, it would be like a 13, I think. Yeah, 13.
Okay. Okay. It sees you, and it howls. And as it howls, you hear a bunch of little yippy barking demonic noises as the smaller ones, the dretches, move off. Actually, let's see how far they can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That is
They start
difficult.
moving off
Okay.
towards the building that the big ape demon went to. That was 10 because it's difficult terrain. Yeah, they're not going to get too far, at least initially.
Also, Scotty, when you get a chance,
Mm-hmm.
message on Zoom.
Oh. Well,
Just curious.
I have to look that up.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to slow things down.
No, because there are specific size restrictions.
Okay, so then it would be the other thing. Okay. Again, sorry for slowing things down, people.
After their turns, it is Brakka's turn. So
Right.
for Brakka,
Mhm.
as I move the map back, there are no enemy. Well, no, you can see a few of those stretches. They're pretty far away, and a lot of those little trees that are on the sides of the path are blocking your view.
Right, and I can obviously see the big guy on the roof.
Mm-hmm. He's actually probably the clearest target.
Yeah, he's not in range yet, so
No.
yeah, I probably can't hold something until my turn gets around. Or if you hold something, does it last into the next round of turns?
If you hold a spell and you give a specific prerequisite for, like, it goes off when this happens. If that does not happen and you're holding that spell and it used a spell slot to cast, you waste the spell slot when it gets to your turn and nothing happens. So
Right.
you can do that with cantrips with no downside.
Right.
It'd probably be better to hold that until they got closer.
Just wait to do it until they get closer, and not hold the spell.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, not gonna really do anything. Just bonus action, shillelagh on the club. Just like, here they come. That's it.
Hold the line!
Okay. So after you see that happen, you hear yips and hyena laughing to the south.
Oh boy.
As I make these guys visible for you. Not for your player characters, of course.
God.
Right there. That's where you're hearing the noises coming from.
Kind of liking this map aspect a little bit more
Yeah.
than I thought I would.
Yeah, it helps visually. So, after that, that's this. It gets to Koi's turn again.
Okay.
You can see the big guy on the roof, and he sees you, and it looks like he's going to come after you.
Yeah, I will cast Piercing Bolt to the guy. The same as before, Sharpshooter, nothing special aside from that.
Okay, I seriously thought you were casting a spell called Piercing Bolt. I'm like, huh. Weird.
Oh, no.
I'm an idiot. You're fine.
We're all kind of tired, Scotty. It's
Oh, 10, I'm pretty sure that misses.
A 10 does miss.
Okay, 16.
Trying to get it so just barely you and the creature in range. 16 hits.
Okay. 19?
19 damage.
Yeah.
You shoot the demon in the head and it dies.
Nice.
I cannot see anything else, right?
Not currently, no. Can I... You know what? I'll just delete it. Dead. Okay. I'll say you can roll me a perception check to see if you can see those little the little guys on the ground.
15.
You can see movement down there, and it appears to be tiny little things. You assume that they were with that big guy. It's very safe to assume. They don't look like cats or dogs or anything.
Yeah.
Do you fire at one?
Yeah, I will try a regular shot just to...
Since you're...
So they know I know they're there.
Well, the big guy did. You're not sure if these guys even know you're around.
Yeah. It's regular shot, like with all my modifiers and everything.
Okay.
It is?
If you want.
Yeah.
Because you got snipers, so any cover they have, as long as it's not total cover, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So pretty much what I'm saying is, you see it, you can fire at it.
Okay, yeah, it's a 29 then.
A 29 definitely hits.
Yeah. Just a regular shot. 14.
14 damage?
Max damage for a regular shot, yeah.
You shoot one, and you hear horrible demonic hell, and it falls down. It stops moving.
Oh.
And that's your turn.
Okay, guys, I'm having fun here.
After Koi is Nix.
So yeah, they're closer. So I'm going to do the exact same thing I did last time and hold my action with a dodge. Or hold my turn with a dodge.
Okay. You pull out a wrench. So, dumb dodgeball movie reference.
Dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Richtofen, do you do anything on your turn?
Hold a cantrip.
Okay. Their turns.
Do they like to move it, move it?
They like to move it, move it.
Why do I keep saying this?
First, we'll do the little guys. Hey, there's all of our thumbnails that I don't want to show. The little guys will all move forward. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're now completely out of view from anyone's perspectives, because this building right here is much taller than these three buildings. So after those little guys, go back down to the laughter. So first, they're gonna move. You know what? Let's zoom in. Why not?
Whoa. I'm gonna mute.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the laughter seems to get closer. It sounds like a lot of things.
Fun fact, a group of hyenas is called a cackle.
For good reason.
Mm-hmm.
After them, it is Brakka's turn.
Same thing, holding turn.
Okay.
Not holding turn, just can't really do much. And I think my shillelagh lasts for a minute, so I don't really need to recast it again. Do I? Like
No.
a minute isn't a full round of combat, so
No, a minute's 10 rounds.
yeah. So yeah, shillelagh stand.
Okay. As you stand there, like waiting for something to happen, just every once in a while you hear from the treetop Koi firing off bolts and something dying every once in a while. that's when you hear up above this rah, rah, weird creature. I know that was a very horrible vulture impression. But
But I said I didn't summon the dragons.
flying down towards you, Nyx, at very fast speeds, coming in from the clouds, is a big, large, vulture-like humanoid, as I will move them over to your guys' lair. Boop. And as it comes down, it goes to attack Nyx, the most delicious thing that it can see that is the closest.
Range.
And
Mav just asked what the range was for that. Coming within range.
I would
Because that
say
was all
since it pretty much announced itself, and you turn around to see it as it's approaching Nyx. I'll say it's about 50 feet away when you first visibly see it, but when it gets to Nyx, it'll be just above 30 feet away.
Well, it's well within range, so I'm going to let loose chill touch.
Okay. What do we need for that?
I think it's a roll to hit, isn't it?
Yeah, I just know it's the classic. It's not a cold attack, and it's not a touch attack.
Nope.
27 to hit.
Oof.
Yeah, 27 hits.
Was that a nat 20?
Actually, no, I had a 19.
Jeez.
Let's see, chill touch. That would be 3d8. $16 necrotic.
All right. And then Brakka, would that have been in range for any spells?
No, I didn't have anything held. I just have my very good beaten stick.
Okay. And then I think Nyx had just the dodge action ready. So since she had the dodge action up... Oh, silly me. Sorry, folks. There you go. See the big bird? Up there on the statue with Nyx? All of its attacks against you will be at disadvantage because you were trying to avoid attacks as your action. Actually, since it came down doing that, I would say it actually was screeching. It was this horrific screech as it flew down towards you. And I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from Nyx as it flew down towards you.
Okie dokie. That is 25.
Okay. There is a bit of ring in your ear, but that is its entrance. So I think we loop back to Koi. Or did Brakka not go yet?
No, we're looping back to me, I think, because I can't really do anything. I think I already went.
Okay, so Koi. This Vrock, this vulture demon, very visible, but up the top of the statue seems to be harassing Nyx.
You know what they say, if it moves, we shoot it.
Ooh, I wonder how far away it is. Let's check. Oh, look at that. It's 75 feet away.
See, that's why this would help us 24/7.
It seems easy enough. You will... Nothing. Just shoot at it. Sharpshoot at it.
Okay.
13.
It uses its wing to bat away that bolt.
Huh. 24.
24, it uses the wrong wing. So you hit.
Okay. Oh.
You hear via
15.
telepathy, you think your mirror bolts can fuck you. 14 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
21.
21 hits.
$18 damage.
Okay. Get 2 bolts in it. That's your turn.
Yeah. I will just try to cover with some leaves so it doesn't look at me.
Camouflage.
You're pretty sure. You're pretty sure it knows you're there
I know.
at this point. Nix, you got this large-sized bird vulture demon all on you.
Well, I don't think its name is Frieza, so I'm going to...
Time for it to get shocked.
Actually, I think you're correct. I'm going to upcast something I haven't used in quite some time.
Call dragons.
Don't tempt me, Scotty. Give me a break here. I really wanted to do that at the beginning because of all the other things that were said, but skipping past that. No, I'm going to use a chromatic orb at 4th level.
All right.
So 6d8 if it hits. And, of course, lightning damage to it. So let me see what I get to hit. So that's a 19. 28 to hit.
You hit it smack in the chest.
Yay. Time to roll that beautiful, beautiful d8 damage.
As you pull out this mystical diamond that will say you somehow bought earlier, and whoosh,
Well, I had the spell components.
I think you bought it back in Baldur's Gate.
Wait, I thought the arcane focus removed the need for that.
Removes the need for things that don't have a price set on them.
Ah.
But I don't care too much about that, so
Okay.
you're fine.
Okay. Had me worried there, Scotty. Don't do that crap.
I only say that because Critical Role brought that to my attention. I'm like, oh, I didn't know Chromatic Orb needed such a pricey material component.
Yes.
Anyway,
So that is 33. Wait. Do I add damage to that?
I'd hope so. It's a Chromatic Orb.
No, I mean, the 33 is what I got for the roll.
Yeah, you don't add modifiers to that.
But no, as a sorcerer, don't I get
The
something?
dragon sorcerer. So can dragon sorcerers add their charisma modifier to the damage type as long as it's the damage type of the dragon?
Let's check on this wonderful site called D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
Dragon
Sorry,
Ancestor. You're proficient with charisma checks involving dragons.
Elemental affinity, 6th level.
No, it's your... Yeah. Okay, yeah. Starting at 6th level, when you cast a spell that deals damage associated with your draconic ancestry, blue dragon, lightning, you add your charisma mod to it.
Sweet. So a 33 becomes a 38 lightning damage.
All right.
Yay.
That looks like it hurt royally. As this Vrock looks varied.
I have a stretch there, Scott.
I know.
I still love it. Don't get me wrong. I still loved it. Just a little
even-
bit of a stretch.
That was your action. Do you do anything else in your turn next?
Hell no. This is my perch. I'm getting that bird to go away.
Okay, Richtofen.
Cast Toll the Dead as a cantrip.
It's
Man,
con,
my ears are already ringing.
con save, right?
Wisdom.
No,
save.
wisdom. That's right. What's your DC?
16.
I got bad news. Got a nat 17. So that was your action, Richtofen. Do you do anything as a bonus action?
No.
Okay. After Richtofen, it is their turns. So, meanwhile, on the other side of the map.
Wait, so the bird got the same initiative as everything else?
Yeah, I'm having all the enemies go on the same initiative.
Oh, okay.
Because I got enough things to keep track of.
Sure enough.
And in the rules, technically, every time something new happens, it's supposed to roll its own initiative. But if you're someone like, I don't know, Necromancer, who summons 13 zombies, and you have to roll 13 new initiatives, Yeah, no.
It's tedious.
Yeah. So meanwhile, back here, bunch of little yipping noises as these move. Actually, yep. Actually, since there's nothing for them to attack, they're gonna dash.
It is a little bit more immersive when you can actually see these things moving around.
They're not, yeah, they're not being quiet. So you would hear movement coming around the northwest of the
I
village.
just meant on the map in general. Seeing these things actually physically moving across the board is a little bit more immersive.
That's one of the amazing things about Roll20.
Indeed.
Not sponsored by Roll20.
But you're gonna plug it anyways.
Here in combat, the cackling gets louder. Would they dash, is the question. This is movement. You know what? You know what? Him and his boys would dash, so... Then... moving those guys forward. So, the noise of more enemies gets louder. The Varrock, on the other hand, who is barely keeping themselves aloft in front of Nyx.
What you gonna do, bird? Huh? What you gonna do?
It goes to retreat. It flies away. And as it flies away, the statue lights up at the beginning of its turn, and it needs to make a save.
I'm sorry. Am I standing on a celestial bug zapper?
You kind of are.
Birds.
As the whole thing flashes white for a brief moment, and I double check what the statue does. I just remember it's something good for you.
Oh.
Um,
I'm less worried the way you phrase it that way.
yeah, there's a flash.
Everything is fine.
There is a flash as roll a con save, and the Varrock, the part of it, all of it that was facing the statue is just soot black, and it falls from the sky, crashing to the ground, dead.
Did I do that?
Curiously enough, Richtofen, none of your zombies were affected by this. With your arcane knowledge, you could be very safe to assume that this only activates when certain creature types get near the statue. And undead apparently weren't part of the ward.
Holy shit.
My boys are Union.
And neither were kobolds, thank goodness. Your boys are Union. So that's the enemy's turns as we move back to Koi.
Brakka hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
I am sorry, Brakka. There's once again nothing attackable within sight.
Right. Gonna keep my I'm gonna turn my attention to the south though, and keep an eye on that.
All right. As you look to the south and you look between the buildings, you think you can start to see silhouettes of gnolls from the fires, probably behind them from the building on fire, that are reflecting onto the wall that you can see.
Brakka's blood runs a little cold, and she tightens her grip on the left-hander club. It's like, to the south, we've got action.
You see it on this wall, right here.
On this wall. All right. So let's see.
That's 85 feet away. You don't. They technically have total cover right now. You just see the shadows of what's to come.
All right. So. Technically, I could hit them if I wanted to, but I don't think they're in range yet or not clumped up enough. I mean, they're in range, but they're not. Don't know how clumped up they are to be actually get hit by this.
Did you want to ready this spell? You think they'll be there before your next turn? Be visible
Alright.
before your next turn?
Yeah, and I'll hold my spell.
Okay. After Brakka, then we go to Koi.
Okay. I cannot see anything right now, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my action. And the first enemy I see,
Yeah.
I will unleash a storm of silver steel,
Okay.
like every turn.
As that happens, the worst enemy of all that could ever happen appears. As my bladder calls, and as it does, we'll be back in a minute or two. You guys can talk amongst yourselves.
I always talk about myself. Most of the time, people just don't listen.
Break time. All right. Good idea on the main thoroughfare.
Good idea on setting up on the statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But what did I say? The demonic bug zapper.
I was afraid I was gonna get zapped there for a minute. Okay.
Good. Paid off though.
Indeed.
I'm glad it's not getting the zombies.
There's a reason for that, like you said.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're now sterile.
We don't even know. Okay, never mind. No, that would still be applicable despite not knowing the sex of the kobold.
Yeah, couldn't.
Oh, well, not like it mattered.
Yeah.
They aren't married. They don't have a spouse that they know of. God, that's kind of dark. Thanks.
Well, we got Rhea.
Well, that's if she doesn't decide to stay on the righteous path of a Hellrider.
Well, after this, there might not be Hellriders if we can play it right.
You plan on killing her?
No.
Isn't kind of sad that we wish for the Hellriders to die?
No, we're not talking about this. We're talking about Reformation.
You mean retiring from being Hellriders, not that there's no longer any Hellriders out there.
All right.
Phrasing matters. Yes. Welcome back.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt the conversation.
Good.
Richtofen, it is your turn.
I will hold a spell slot,
Okay, you hold on to it tightly.
clutching it.
Oh, I thought you said cuddling it there for a second.
I will cuddle it, Vegeta.
Not now, Nubba.
So,
Virginia Tudor, no!
I feel like I'm playing, I'm watching the Baldur's Gate 3 gameplay demo. Because they had turn-based stuff. More movement to the northwest. This guy's not in the building. Okay.
As they just plow straight through the.
It's just easier to move them as a group.
I know. I'm just picking. I'm sorry.
And that's when, to the south, appearing before you is a pack of gnolls.
Fireball!
And that's when your guys' spells fire off.
Yep. So they need to give me dex saves.
Brakka, yeah.
Dex saves. And that's going to be 3d12 bludgeoning damage as erupting earth. The ground underneath them just glows green and then like fissures and then explodes upward in a geyser of rock.
Yeah, we'll do Brakka's first and then the fireball. What's your DC?
You like a hurricane.
What's the spell save DC for Brakka?
17.
Okay, all of them fail.
Haha. So that is a full 12 damage. Oh, yeah.
Are they knocked prone?
They no, the entire area where they're at is now the entire 20-foot cube is difficult terrain.
Oh, it's a 20-foot cube.
It's a 20-foot cube.
Yeah, we'll move him here. Why not? Just to make your your cube more feasible.
Yes.
So I'll make it green.
Mhm.
20-foot cube. I know words.
Are you sure?
Some might say the
Sometimes.
best words.
Sometimes.
Huge.
So that was 12 damage to everything.
Everything in that cube.
All right. And then as they get hit by this is happening at the same time, the fireball goes off. So what's the spell save for Richtofen?
16.
Okay. Fail. Nat 20. Pass. So 2 passes, 2 fails, 3 fails. So half of the... So it's half and half, and then let's see the leader. Wow. Okay, so only 3 failed. They got surprisingly good on their rolls. But what was the damage?
34.
Yeah, I thought so. It wouldn't matter. Because...
Hey, maybe we can start a new business of Avernus fried knolls after this. We can call them Happy Meals.
Happy Knolls. As I pull up. Whoops. That is not what I wanted to do. Pull up roll 20. And I delete everything except for their leader.
Then I should have it because I also was writing.
Okay, fire away. As you guys unload everything onto that spot, the building itself is very much in range of your fireball, and that corner of the building actually blows out and shrapnel of it goes everywhere. The roof, back half of the building, like all the roof just collapses downwards.
You broke into the wrong Galdern rec room, didn't you, you big jerk?
Mav, these are not graboids, and we're not in that town.
Yeah, but I did the PC version.
The
That's true.
the one survivor of your explosion / erupting fire earth explosion combo does not make it out of the way of the rubble in time before Koi even gets to fire,
Oh, shit.
and takes a considerable amount of damage.
Nice. So you caused a volcano in this hellscape.
I was gonna say we just did a combo attack to make a lava vein.
Combo.
Coming out of the debris pops up a Null's head, and then that's when Koi fires.
Quick,
It is
catch this.
It is covered in soot and ash. It's going to shake off its head.
So that's an 18.
18 hits.
I'm not even gonna spend stuff here. Or 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
Lazy attack. I got 2 more, so I don't know. Is it dead?
No.
Then I will shoot again.
His name's Lucky, isn't it?
20, dirty 20.
Yep, that hits.
9 damage.
Still up.
Last shot. Sharp shoot, just in case.
The first shot
22?
that hits. So
No, it will.
oh,
11.
11 damage. All right. So your first shot nicks its ear, starts bleeding, and that ear is pretty much gone. The second shot hits it in the eye, and it yips really loudly. And then the last shot that makes the yip cut off. It's not moving anymore.
Jeez.
Oh, I'm getting old for this.
Delete. Okay, so
That was a lot of
Whoops.
FU right in the corner.
did not mean to do that, folks. I think that was their turn. Yeah, Brakka, hey. Remember how they were enemies?
Yeah,
There aren't any.
right. So can't really do anything. I guess I'll take the dodge action.
Okay. Loose back around. Koi, anything? There's nothing visible right now.
The same. Ready when I see something.
Wait, could she see the dretches though?
You can hear movement of them up here.
Are they not within like visual range though?
Actually, yes, they are. Now they moved
Oh.
around. Because these buildings are shorter than your tree height. So you
Okay.
actually see 4 dretches appear right there. They do not see.
Shots.
They do not know you're there yet.
Oh, they will. Yeah.
Wait, let me. I wonder how far away they are. Let's see. 190 feet away.
Easy. Yeah, still regular shots with sharpshooter. But I don't want to burn my stuff just in case the big guy appears. So that's a 13.
A 13 hits.
Oh, okay. 14 damage.
All right, you hit it. There's a yelp and delete. Oh wait, 14. You said 14, right?
14.
Okay, my bad. It yelps, but it's still there.
Okay.
How dare you?
Dare you live?
I shoot again. Same one.
Okay, looks really hurt.
Regular shot then. 16.
For those at home. Here's Koi. That was just so they could see in the overlay. 16 hits.
11 damage.
Now it's dead.
Ironically, Koi has camouflage on the map instead of in the tree.
And now I'm the last shot to another one randomly.
Okay.
That's natural 20.
Hey, that's actually the first one tonight.
Tonight.
Dead.
As we get to use our very helpful book, St. There's Lost Notes and everything else, available in the DM's Guild for our crit chart. So roll me a d100. See how screwed this little dredge is.
26.
The dredge had like a person's hand in its mouth, and it drops it.
Okay.
Super. Trust me, the crit chart's amazing. Just not all of them.
I double the die, right?
That is correct.
Do I double the sharpshoot die too?
No.
Okay, good. Twenty piercing damage.
Deleted. Then there were 2.
I will tell the others, like 2 small thing is approaching through the parallel street.
Got it.
Alley.
Do they look like friends?
They look like easy prey.
Oh.
2 dredges to the northwest.
What do your fish eyes see?
Nice.
I don't remember. What? Who are you?
I'm the one with amnesia, damn it.
Oh, goldfish joke.
Oh. I forgot about that. Jeez.
Right. So after Koi, it is your turn, Nix. Hey.
Okay. I'm actually going to do something this turn.
Oh,
I know.
Dun
But it's-
dun dun.
Shut up. I'm going to use a spell point to extend the range so that my far step is doubled upon future use.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not. No, move that. Take the arrow back. Just activating the spell so that it's up.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Does that use a bonus action?
Your metamagic sorcery point things do not cost any actions.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. So Far Step takes a bonus action to cast.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll cast that and then just take the dodge action for my turn, if that's applicable.
Okay. Richtofen.
I will ready a cantrip.
Okay. Let's see. Well,
He's doing a lot of clicking.
yes, I am. They run over here to see what's going on. Just coming within visibility for everybody now, except for Koi, because the buildings are actually, ironically enough, working as total cover because they're so tiny creatures and they're on the ground.
So it's cleared the corner.
Yeah, they're over here.
Do you have that kind of range, man? 235 feet.
Yes.
All right, for a cantrip.
Chill touch with sniper.
Doesn't that only make it 30
240 feet?
That's probably the sound it's making as you hit it with it.
He's not wrong. 120 with spell sniper.
Yep.
240 feet.
Okay, go ahead.
Damn.
Distant, it's an illusion.
Apparently.
17 necrotic.
How much to hit? What did you roll to hit?
Oh,
Yeah, ranged spell attack there, Mav.
25.
Okay, let me. So for those at home, he's way over here, and then way over here. He attacks this one. Oh,
With a
wait.
cantrip.
This one for 17 damage.
Yes.
Okay, the spectral hand appears and gets it, and it almost falls down completely, but then it gets back up, barely conscious. And then it is Brakka's turn.
All right. Gonna take dodge action again, just in case. Nothing's in range.
Okay. A wild, hideous laugh pierces the air and cuts through the din of battle. A giant gnoll covered in matted, blood-stained fur, swinging a three-headed flail, charges out of the haze to the west.
He's here.
It's showtime.
Boop.
They called me Cuban Pete. Sorry.
Here's the big boy.
Let me get his stats. As it is Koi's turn. Koi, he's visible over the building.
Wait, how did he get that close so fast?
Because Demon Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Even with difficult terrain?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's visible to all of you. That is correct. Okay, so since he's visible to everybody, I'm going to do this one at a time, but I'll do it on your turns. So, Koi, since you are first, roll me a d100.
93.
All right. The mere sight of seeing a demon lord invokes madness upon mortals. Seeing Yunogu gives you the following flaw until cured. You keep trophies of bodies you have slain, turning them into adornments.
What's a flaw?
It is in D&D 5e mechanics.
Then I must be flawed from the here out.
I mean, I could have told you that now.
And yeah, so after witnessing this demon lord, what do you do?
I will shoot at it. I mean, it's what we came here for. Well, we didn't came here, but yeah.
That's what we were summoned here for.
Yeah.
I'll say he appeared through a planar rift. That's how he got there.
That's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Did he, open the rift with its bare hands? Well,
Oh, I'm sorry, what did you say?
no, I didn't. If it opened the rift with its own hands.
Oh yeah, Yinogu bit his way through reality to get here.
Cool. I will still shoot at it as much as I like it.
Okay.
So now is the time to give it all. So yeah, sharpshoot, everything. 19?
Miss.
Okay, yeah, I assume that. Then next shot will be regular shot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 23.
23 hits.
Okay, I will spend a superior die to try and make it full prone, just in case it rolls on that one or something.
What's the spell or what's the DC?
15, I think, or 13.
All right, he got a 24. He rolled pretty low.
It's 15,
Okay.
just because I will probably keep trying.
You shot him in the knee, we'll say.
Okay.
Oh God,
so-
he's going to become a town guard?
Oh,
18 damage.
18. He
Next
seems
shot, that's a-
he seems resistant to it.
Ooh,
even though it was silver?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh god.
Demon
Okay. Next shot, I will try with the holy water ones that are also silver.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so for those, when they hit, you'll deal an additional D4 acid damage.
Okay. Yeah, I should. Third attack.
If he is immune to acid, normally he wouldn't be because it's holy water.
24.
24 hits.
I will spend a superiority die and try to make it full prone again.
Okay. Dirty 20.
$15 piercing and 3 acid.
Okay, let me actually double check his acid damage thing. Okay. Acid seems to burn him just fine.
Okay, and I will use action surge and shoot 3 more times at that guy.
Okay. After your very first shot, he immediately looks right at you. Seems to look piercing into your soul.
Coin.
Mouth is drooling. Seems to be ignoring all the damage you're doing to it.
Okay.
Coin.
Yeah.
X.
It's too far away.
That just reminded me, I guess, if you had it.
Yeah.
It's not sure.
Yeah, I sadly cannot like snipe with X. Yeah, so fourth attack. It's a 25.
Hits.
I will spend a superior die to give the next one who attacks advantage.
Okay. Would that be you? Because you got another attack after this.
No. I get 2 more, and I cannot be me. It cannot be me.
Okay.
Oh,
Just something I thought of on top of my head.
You did good though.
10 piercing and 3 acid.
Okay.
5th attack. 25 again.
Mm-hmm. All of you see Koi machine gun fire all these bolts into this huge size gnoll-like demon creature with a 3-headed flail. The flail's ends are skulls.
Does any of you need to move?
Hmm?
To my teammates.
20 is a miss.
No, I rolled 25. I was asking my teammates if any of them had to move. This-
No, Nix is staying perched on the statue.
I think we're staying put.
Okay. Then I will try to make it fall prone again.
He chooses to succeed.
Burn them legendary resistances.
16 piercing and 2 acid.
Okay.
And the last attack,
Mm-hmm.
it's a 29.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And I will spend my last superiority die to try and make it full prone.
17.
Okay. 21 piercing and 1 acid.
Okay.
And I will just look so sweaty and tired, and my hands are smoking, and my crossbow is also sweating and tired.
He just stood. He stood there. You hit him once, looked right at you like he was piercing your soul, and then you just fired everything you had into him, and a bunch of bolts just stick into him, and he just puts his arms out and laughs. A little bit of blood comes out of his jagged, teethed jaw as you hit him with these bolts.
Makes me think of that scene out of American Gods. The guy just walks up and is just immediately pin-cushioned by 100 arrows.
There is an awkward moment or two of silence as it is Nix's turn.
Right. I'm assuming I have to roll the D100?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see what we get, people.
As you appear upon this site.
Jesus, 99.
Same as Koi. You want to now, from now on, keep trophies of bodies you have slain. Turn them into adornments.
Easy enough. So he's barely within reach of what I could do, but I'm going to do something that I probably should have done the last couple of times. I'm going to use one of the charges of my Blue Star Dragon Orb and cast Death Ward on myself. Because F that noise.
Smart move. And that's your turn?
Yep, staying perched on top of the statue.
Richtofen, D100.
Let's see here.
Let's see what madness you incur.
54.
Ooh, something different. Actually, maybe not. Your new flaw. I rail against the laws and customs of civilization, attempting to return it to a more primitive time.
So he already had that.
But now it's on focusing more on the return to a more primitive time.
Oh, okay.
Dinosaur zombies.
Don't give him ideas.
I already did.
Too late. Yep.
When all this is over, I can imagine him just going at Schult.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's your turn.
Well, since he's all the way out there, we'll just lob another chill touch at him.
Okay, roll to hit.
24.
24 hits.
19 necrotic.
Oh. My bad. As you were casting that, he would use a legendary action to move forward. And by move forward, I mean he uses 20 feet of movement to get off of the path of difficult terrain and then moves straight for you guys. And then that's when you hit him with it. How much necrotic damage?
19.
Okay.
And he cannot regain hit points until the end of my next turn.
Yep, he's not worried about that. And then after your turn, he does the same thing and continues moving forward at supernaturally fast speeds.
Does he have to make a deck save to step around the cart?
No. After Richtofen, actually, I think it's his turn. Yep. So, first thing that happens, the two little dretches howl and rejoice as the slaughter begins, and they move forward to join their master. Inogu, the beast of butchery, the Knoll Lord, the former Demon Prince. He has a lot of titles, because of course he does. Let's see what he wants to do. You know, actually, I gotta check to see how close he is to everybody. So,
You're loving this feature.
Maybe. Quiet.
Not gonna lie, I am too.
Okay, he's not in range of those things just yet. Oh, wait. Koi, you hear in your mind, as reality seems to bend around you, as everything appears to be almost like showing canine-like teeth, as like this big aura around this giant Knoll Lord. You're pretty sure it's you're hallucinating it, but you know, you never know with this kind of entity. And it says, "Feast on fish." And as it looks at you, it disappears, and suddenly it appears right in front of you as it casts teleport.
Oh.
Ooh.
He's on the ground, but his head is at your height.
Okay.
Big boy.
Yeah, you might want to measure. I believe that's his action. Yep. So that's his turn. After him, it is Brakka's turn.
All right. Madness roll time. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
45. 45.
45. You got the same thing that Richtofen got. You rail against the laws and customs of civilization, attempting to return it to a more primitive time.
Oh. So not really much has changed except for more worship of the elementals.
Yes.
So yeah, this thing is now within range. So the shillelagh's staff starts to glow a golden, and she just points it forward, and a blast of a 5-foot wide, 60-foot long line of sunlight just blasts towards this thing, and she's going to cast a sunbeam on him. So that is a con save.
You said 60 foot?
60-foot line, 5 feet wide.
Okay. Luckily, Koi's just out of range.
Good.
Nat 20 on the con save.
Well, he's not blinded, and he's going to take half of this damage, but it's radiant.
Okay.
So half of 27 is what he takes.
13. Radiant.
All right. Does that look like it hurt him at all?
Yeah.
And that's all I can do.
Koi. It is your turn.
Run.
Yeah, no. No, because if I run, it's gonna bite me.
Oh, wait. My bad. He uses a legendary action to bite Koi.
Oh. So it bites anyway.
Mm-hmm. Actually, no, he doesn't have enough legendary action points for that. He backhands you with his flail. I need a strength saving throw from Koi.
Saving throw, okay.
Mm-hmm.
14.
You take no damage from the initial swat. However,
But wait.
the fall damage you do. As you fly back 15 feet into the building and then onto the ground, prone. Taking 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
You hear from him, "Run. I enjoy a meal that runs." And then it's your turn, as you're prone.
Why did I just imagine the monster clown from the Brave Little Toaster?
I mean, he's got the smile.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Fairy Lord, but I'm more of a swimmer as I cast Hex and start shooting.
Okay,
I Hex the strength.
gotcha.
Yeah.
The Hex spell, does that require a Wisdom saving throw?
No, it's just if it has to make, I can choose the stat, and when it makes an ability check, I think it has a disadvantage.
I just know there's
But
like 2 spells that are very similar, and one of them's the no save one.
yeah, but
This
this
is-
is only for ability checks,
Yeah.
no saving throws or anything.
Yeah, you're fine. This is just damage. You would not do this to his strength at all.
Yeah. So first attack, hit a 29.
That hits.
Hex is 1d6. Okay. $11 piercing damage and 4 necrotic.
And 4 necrotic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait. And 1 acid.
Okay.
Second shot. It misses. Third shot. Natural 20.
Hey, roll me that d100.
Okay. 82.
82.
82, yeah.
You hit him in the eye, or at least you think you did. Pretty close to the eye, to say the least. And he laughs as his demonic blood spits into the ground. The plants that got hit by the demonic blood, they seem to warp and change right before your eyes.
Oh, okay.
How much
So,
damage?
Yes, only the bolt die, it's double,
Yeah, you double the damage dice.
not the hex or the acid.
Actually, all of them, because they're all damage dice.
Right, that makes sense.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, actually.
Still, please separate their types, though.
Yeah, so piercing. $19 piercing.
Okay.
$7 acid. And 7 necrotic.
Okay.
And I will actually try to take cover behind the house. On the corner, right? Only. Like half cover, something like that.
So, like, right here. Will that work?
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, it simply bends the tree away like it's a tiny little twig and just moves right up to view with you,
Yeah, of course.
pulling the bolt out of his eye, seemingly unaffected. For both of his eyes seem bloodshot already. After your turn, I believe it is Nyx's turn.
Okay. So
He currently has... Nah, I won't say he has half cover. He's huge size. It's fine.
okay, what about Koi?
Koi,
Can I
you
see
cannot
Koi?
Koi. You cannot see Koi right now.
Shit.
The building's 10 feet tall, but Nogu is taller. So that's why I was like, he doesn't have half cover. The building's not giving him any cover.
Okay, so I hate to ask this because this is kind of meta magic or meta gaming. Sorry. If I was to move directly beside him from where I'm at right now, would I be able to reach Koi?
You can move to the rooftop.
No, I mean like on the ground, like reach, as in
You could,
touch.
Like
okay.
far step.
You
Far
see,
step.
you see where my arrow is at?
Yes.
You could far step here, 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 or here. Those are the visible spots next to him.
Okay, the one farthest to the right.
So this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Would I be able to reach Koi?
No. Sorry. What action would that be for far step?
Bonus action for far step. Since I cast it before, it's a bonus action to use it from now on.
Voop. You appear right there. You can barely see Koi. And you could probably reach Koi, but you're not sure if you'd provoke an opportunity attack or not.
That's a great idea. So yeah, far step over there
Mm-hmm.
and try to reach Koi with my movement, and possibly casting shield as a reaction if I need to.
All right. As you move over next to Koi, coincidentally, it's the side of his face that got hit by that bolt, and blood's pouring down, and he doesn't see you.
Yes.
Meta-wise, he cannot take opportunity attacks right now.
Oh, lovely. So
Thanks to a certain crit.
Gonna grab Koi, and I'm going to thunderstep back over between Mav and Brakka, back on the statue, while carrying Koi.
Okay.
He takes damage.
Whoops.
I yank her out of there.
All
Are
right.
you
What do I need to
carrying
roll?
Your arms?
Say what? What, Koi?
Oh, are you carrying me in your arms? Like,
Yes, I am. Well, I'm more getting there, grabbing you by the arm and thunderstepping you back. But yes.
No. What Nyx does is just hops on Brakka's back like Yoda. Then
You mean Koi?
no, you Koi's. Yes, sorry. Just hops on
Start-
Koi's back like Yoda. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're fighting something that's oh God.
You're
What-
fine, you're fine.
What do I need to roll for your thunderstep?
It is a con save, Constitution save.
What's the DC?
3d10. 17.
Passes.
Or half as much on this failed. So half of 27, so 13. 13 thunder damage,
All right.
and we are GTFO.
As you bamf over to the statue, to your horror, you look at the building and you can see his eyes somehow followed you there. I see you. You all hear in your heads.
you gotta be.
And that's Nyx's turn?
That was how much of my movement would you say that was to get to Koi after the teleport?
I would say that was your full move to try to avoid being stepped on or hit by the flail of this demon lord.
Okay.
Jumping onto Koi's back and...
Okay, no, I didn't jump onto Koi's back. That was flavor from Brakka's point of view. I grabbed her arm just as soon as I could and got the hell out of there.
Okay.
Yeah, Mytho's funnier though.
You got another 10 feet of movement then, if you want it.
Then I want to climb up the backside of that statue.
Okay, not that much.
Okay, then yeah, I'll just stick on the ground floor for now.
Yeah.
I did what I wanted to do. I bamped over, got Koi out, dealt the damage, and got away. So I'm good.
6. Knocking over the tree. With a legendary action, he just stomps towards you guys again. Richtofen.
I'm gonna move my 30 feet to there and have. What's that?
We can't see your move. Oh, never mind.
I saw it. You can put the arrow out there.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it.
All the zombies that were near me will get on to the point there in front of me.
This one?
Yes.
This one right here?
Well, all those would start moving in front of me.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bailing style.
They can only move so far. What's your zombie's movement speed? 25? I think it's 25.
20.
Oh, even worse. Okay, cool. 1, 2,
He's
3,
be a
4.
little more insulting about that.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna learn how to count.
1, 2. Quiet you.
Sorry.
They slowly start shambling towards you. What about the ones in the pits?
They would crawl out and start moving this way.
Okay, since they were prone and they're in difficult terrain, they used half their movement to get up, and then that 10 feet of movement they needed just to get out. So they're now out of difficult terrain.
If that's the case, then I would have moved somewhere around this area.
Like right here?
Yeah.
Actually, how about here? That's probably the best cover.
Okay. And for my action... No, wait. Movement doesn't count for action, does it?
Do you have... No. It's its own separate thing on your turn.
Then I will try
20.
cast Toll the Dead again.
Okay. 22.
Okay.
Oh, wait, is that a wisdom save?
Yes.
My bad. Totally forgot he had advantage too. Whoops. Okay, still 22. Huh, weird.
Wait, didn't the next person to attack him directly have advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Because of Koi?
That's probably a physical attacks.
Yep. That would be a roll to hit advantage.
Yeah, any kind of roll to hit attack.
No, technically that has not worn off yet until Koi's turn.
Okay.
All right, then Brakka, shillelagh away.
Well, after our...
After, yeah.
Yeah. So little guys are like, wait for me! As I just move the map back over to the dretches way over here! They're like, hey, master! We want to eat things too! And they dash.
The snail from Monsters University. By the time they get there, everything else is dead. We hope. Maybe not us.
Or cat, any of my campaigns. My Retroverse campaigns, specifically.
Jesus. Did somebody catch the number of that bus?
18.
Let's see, what...
That was to me, wasn't it, Mav?
Yes.
Nice.
As a bonus action, appearing out of reality, the tree itself seems to warp and turn into an additional flail as Yunogu casts Spiritual Weapon.
Jesus. Puts Cat's frying pan to shame.
Him and the spectral flail move forward to the zombies. 4 attacks, 1 to each zombie. First will be the flail. Let's see what its bonus is to hit. Oh, it's not that good. Yeah, 19.
Okay.
19 hit one of your zombies.
Let me double check. Yes.
Okay. That zombie takes... that's not bad. 15 force damage.
Okay.
Next zombie gets hit by his actual flail that has 3 skull heads, as I've mentioned before. Somehow, all 3 of them seem to move independently, as he gets 3 attacks, 1 for each head of the flail. This very being itself seems to warp reality around it. What's the armor class on your zombies?
The base is 8, so how would my they go up with me?
Well, let's check D&D Beyond.
I think you add your proficiency to the AC of the zombies.
It's gonna hurt when we snap him back to reality. I think it's gonna involve
reality.
Features and traits. Undead Thralls.
I think we're funny, Mav.
The max HP on all of them increases by 12. They get a +4 to their damage weapon rolls, which is nice. That's just from your Necromancer thing. That's not including your Dance Macaw. Your Dance Macaw... So I'm trying to find it. There you are. It gains a bonus to its attack and damage rolls equal to your spellcasting modifier. It says nothing about armor class.
Okay. That's
So
what I thought.
the armor class is just default from what I
Yes.
can see. 8 was the armor class you said?
Yep.
He has a +16 to hit, so I'm just going to roll for nat 1s and nat 20s. Yeah, okay, so shocker, the other 3 flail heads hit your 3 other zombies that he's next to. Let's see what each one does, because each head does something special.
Oh, joy.
Well, the first one hurts really, really bad. So that zombie takes 33 bludgeoning damage.
Still up.
Okay. The next one needs a Constitution saving throw. Actually, it might not. Let me double check the zombie's stats. It might be immune to this. It is not.
22.
22 con save?
Yep.
Okay. It only takes 22 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then the last one needs a wisdom saving throw.
$15.
It fails. So it takes 22 bludgeoning damage. And I need you to roll me a d10, good buddy.
10.
Okay. So that was Yunogu's turn. Then it's Brakka's turn.
Brakka. There you go.
Okay. This is very bad. This is a very bad situation we are in right now.
Were you expecting him to bring us cake?
No, I was not. Last 3rd level spell slot for Erupting Earth. Still holding on to my concentration on Sunbeam. But I'm going to Erupting Earth right on him, getting it around the zombies. So it doesn't hit the zombies, just right on him.
Okay. Since it's the exact same as the previous one, I'm just moving it up to him. It literally just hits him, so that's perfect.
Yeah, so that is a dex save from him.
Okay. What's the DC?
17.
He chooses to pass.
All right, it's another one gone. That's good. Still half damage. So half of 23.
11.
Right. Still doing hits.
Okay. He doesn't look anywhere near super injured yet.
Right.
And that's your turn.
That's all I got.
You stand your ground?
Stand on the ground.
Okay. Well, as a legendary action, as they've all reset. The zombie in the front needs a strength saving throw. As he backhands it.
Dirty 20.
Fails. That zombie goes flying 15 feet back, and since you're in that line, I'm going to need you and your other 3 zombies to make dexterity saving throws. As he just flings your zombie towards you.
Imagine it ragdoll physics.
Yeah. He backhands it with a flail.
Then we all fell then.
What did you get?
The highest was a 17.
Okay. You and those 3 zombies, and the zombie he just flung, all take 11 bludgeoning damage. From just the sheer impact of it being flung into you.
Now, were those the zombies up front that got flailed earlier?
Yes. Are they all down?
One is down.
Okay. I'll just remove one. But that zombie that he just flung is now right behind you. It is prone. After that, because that was at the end of Brakka's turn, it's Koi's turn.
Okay.
Koi, you're currently on the base of the statue, right behind Nix. You're like between Azariel's legs.
Then I will shoot.
Wait, let me double check something. Okay, you shoot him.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, I know that you were calculating that to be within the minimal distance for that, but still.
Yes, real subtle.
20?
20.
No, dirty 20.
Bolt goes stunk off of his hide.
Okay. 21.
Stunk.
Natural 1.
Oh, shoot. D100. Your crossbow better not explode.
I'd hope not.
15.
Okay, low's good. Relatively.
50, 10.
Luckily on D&D Beyond, I can see all the items you have in your inventory. A random non-magical item falls out of your backpack on the ground.
Oh no, your cake fork.
I think I only have like a dagger or something.
Cake dagger? What the fuck?
Equipment, there we go. I'm going to roll myself to see if it was something really valuable or just some random non-magical thing that isn't valuable. Wow. the tinderbox in your inventory, the thing that you've totally used, falls out of your backpack and breaks.
What the hell's a tinderbox?
Matches.
Oh.
124 matches.
Or flint and steel. Oh,
Okay.
it could also be a
Oh,
tinderbox.
There went my.
I will move away.
Okay. In what direction? Where are you thinking?
Keeping the statue between me and the thing, but not fully. Like I can.
You can move between the legs and move like over
Oh
here.
yeah. Okay.
Do you move here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and a little bit more, like 30 feet. Oh, I will use all my movement.
Okay, so you're here.
Yeah.
Okay. After your turn, Yinogu looks up at the statue and snarls at it in distaste. And he will use his movement. He starts smashing into some trees, some little shrubbery. Okay. As you see him starting to avoid, he seems to be avoiding the statue as well as he can, but his eye is definitely on you, Koi.
No. Even though I missed 3 shots in a row.
Nyx, it is your turn.
Yay. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. So far step up on top of the statue where I was before.
Okay. Whoop.
Poof. And
You move up 30 feet.
yes. And gonna upcast lightning bolt.
Okay, dexterity save?
Dexterity saving save. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
That'll be saving safe.
You rolled pretty bad. 21?
Are you asking sarcastically or literally?
Yes.
Right. So that's 8, 9, D6.
I love answering in binary when it's not a binary question.
42 lightning damage, so that would be 21.
Okay, you hit him with lightning.
Yes. And not sure if it's going to matter or not, but because of my elemental adept, his resistances are ignored.
Yeah, he doesn't seem resistant to it.
Okay, good.
Oh, wait. Yeah, he doesn't seem resistant to it.
Don't do that to me.
You're not sure if it's because of your thing or otherwise. And that's your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. After your turn, he will use his last legendary action that he can do to continue moving towards Koi.
Do the trees make it difficult terrain, or is he just shoving those aside?
He's just shoving them aside. Doesn't really matter. He's just stomping on top of them. Richtofen.
Alright, I will move my 30 over there and have my zombies follow suit.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Slow as fuck.
I thought we were trying to keep this PG.
Whatever, Demon Lord stuff. Okay, and then these ones are going to move in as well then, right?
Son of a
Yes.
bitch, Scotty.
Actually.
Let's move up. Are they in range to toss the pots?
20 to 60? I don't think so.
I don't know, let's check. The closest zombie's 30 feet away.
Oh, they're not the ones with the pots, though. The ones in the pit were.
Oh. Yeah, nope.
Unless you want to start having them doing the football thing and toss one to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and have the last one chuck it. Because if I'm not mistaken, that's possible. It would just require deck saves to throw, or deck checks to throw, and then deck saves to catch. That's if Scotty even cares.
I'm sorry, what?
Exactly.
Sorry, I was moving a bunch of tokens.
No,
I'm seriously, what did you say?
I was just being sarcastic as hell.
Oh, all right. Anything else on your turn then, Richtofen?
Yes, I'm going to lob a acidic chromatic orb at him.
Okay. The statue is between you and him. It would give him some cover, AC bonus. No, you get spell sniper. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so roll away.
He said roll, not transition. This isn't Batman.
22.
Or is it?
Mm.
22. 22.
Ah, god damn it. Does that make me Robin?
Boy, blunder.
I have not fallen on my face. Thank you very much.
How much damage?
23 acidic.
Okay. And that's your turn?
Yes.
Alright. Yunogu's turn. The little dogs are like, hey, did you forget about us? And, oh no, there's a cart in the way. And they get to the other side of the cart, and that's their turn. For those at home. There they are. Hey.
Thought you pulled a Miyazaki and forgot about launch there again.
Who?
Yunogu will move. I don't have a flail token, but he moves a flail over to this zombie right here, and it swings at it. He does not crit or crit fail, so that zombie takes.
Wait, the flail?
Yeah, he had like a spiritual one because he casts spiritual
right,
weapon.
The tree.
And I already lost track of the damage, so I'll just start over. Takes 17 force damage.
Okay.
It's fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, is this a corporeal thing?
You can give me an Arcana check. Or a religion check.
18.
Spiritual weapon. It is a weapon made of force. Usually the weapon is the weapon of choice of whatever deity you get your powers from. It is immune to all damage.
Oh, never mind then.
It can only move 20 feet. But, it can be pretty damn nice. You remember hearing a story about a halfling cleric that summoned a frying pan as their spiritual weapon. And it was pretty effective.
And had an axe told jump off of it.
Yep.
And a monk.
Yep.
Used it like a launch pad.
And I think my Demon Lord of Cats wants to use his Demon Lord box. So I'm going to let him out. Or do you just want attention?
Meow.
The Demon Lord of Lasagna and no Mondays.
Well, let's hope he doesn't crap in your pants.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't either. Okay.
Laugh to tell you the difference.
No, he just wanted attention. Okay.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Sorry, big guy. No, you're the little guy. Sorry, little guy. I don't know. He's putting on enough weight. He's big guy. So, where was I? Right. He used the spiritual weapon, and then he can continue moving towards Koi because sushi is his favorite meal. So 1, 2. He will actually willingly get within the statue's range, and as he does, flash of light as you hear. Ah! Needs to make a con save, which he makes. So he does take damage, but he is not blinded.
Apologies for being so loud.
You are perfectly fine. I am exploding my microphone's audio for this, so it's cool. But yeah, he's willing to take that radiant damage as he moves right up to our fishy friend, and his flail heads descend upon her. What's your armor class?
16.
Okay, so he literally cannot miss. Unless he nat ones. So I'm rolling for nat ones. And nat 20s, unfortunately. Ooh, almost a nat 1, but no. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the lowest roll was a 23 to hit. So I need 2 things from you, Koi. I need a Constitution saving throw and a Wisdom saving throw.
$20 for the Constitution.
Okay.
And 20 for the Wisdom.
Okay, good news. The flail's additional effects didn't.
All dirty 20s.
Good news. The additional effects did not work on you this turn. Bad news. You take 73 bludgeoning damage total.
Yikes.
Okay.
And he is laughing the whole time.
Checks out.
And that's his turn as we go to Brakka.
All right. I'm going to let's see. Going to move over here. Oh no, not that tool. Yeah.
Now you can use the arrow. That actually be maybe easier.
To right here, this square.
Right here.
Yep, right there.
Okay.
How bad is Koi looking?
Very bad.
Very bad. Okay. Bonus
I
action.
mean, less than 25%.
Okay. Right, so bonus action. You're at less than 25% health?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, you get all of this then. You're getting 6. 6 of these. Let's see. It's 21 healing from my ball of the support.
I just see an arrow like, nope.
Oh. Is that mine?
It might be. Yeah, it's yours.
Oh, shit.
I thought that was Koi being like, nope, how far away can I run? Okay, now he definitely, the cat demon lord wants out. Okay, buddy, here you go.
Okay. So yeah, that was...
He was clawing at my leg, so he definitely needed to go.
Yeah, that was 21 points of healing to Koi with my Balm of the Summer Court.
Okay.
And then just Hadoukening another sunbeam in his face.
So you cast it again?
Yeah, I'm casting again. I haven't dropped concentration on it.
Okay. Con save?
Con save, DC 17. Get out my damage, my D8s.
Nah, he'll resist it.
Good. How many of those has he got left?
Who knows?
Right. Maybe I get 3. No, wait, it works with God, whatever. Okay, so it's half this. So that's probably going to be 10 radiant damage then, because it's 20, so it's halved.
Okay.
That's
That's your turn?
That's all I can do.
Alright. At the end of your turn, uses a legendary action to use ability he has called Savage. He makes a bite attack against each creature within 10 feet. You are just in range.
Oh, lovely.
So he has a bite attack against Koi and a bite attack against you. We'll go with Koi first, because Koi is closest, and his main target. He did not crit or crit fail, so you take 31 piercing damage.
Jeez.
Brakka, what is your armor class?
My armor class is 17.
Okay. Got a slightly better chance if you didn't roll a nat 17 anyway. 31 piercing.
Right.
So you just kind of makes like a noise as he just like goes Tasmanian Devil crazy.
Mhm.
All you guys see is a blur of teeth as he just chomps on both of you.
Yikes.
Remind me to tell you the story about the Tasmanian Devil alarm clock after the game is done.
Noted. Then, after he does that, the cackling demon lord shuts his maw and narrows his eyes, gazing upon towards the sky as a beam of radiant light pierces the haze. A powerful angel, as I gotta switch to the nice picture that this adventure has. Right. A powerful angel streaks down from above, followed by a gold-furred mammoth with feathered wings.
Yes.
The angel slashes her sword across Yinogu's chest and utters a spell. A portal opens behind the demon lord, and the mammoth rams its head into Yinogu. The demon lord is sent tumbling through the portal, which quickly closes behind him.
No, we're not done with you yet.
Oh, I am past done with.
I don't have the roll 20 up anymore, but I will add it anyway for you guys. Oops, that is not the tool I wanted. Angel and huge size Lulu. Let's move you both over. There you go. That's for you guys.
Nice.
So, after that, along with them, you hear horses, and coming through the haze are a bunch of knights on horseback in full plate. Got the shields and swords and stuff. Someone with lances. The two lone dretches that survived your guys' onslaught get completely wiped out by the Hell Riders, as it's very clearly the Hell Riders themselves riding in. Few of their horses make dex saves, and some of them fall into the pit you made on the road, as they weren't expecting them.
Brakka winces.
Does Nix recognize
But very few of them, like maybe like one person on their horse, like the horse falls in the hole and he goes flying forward into the next hole up ahead. You recognize at least one of them. Two of them, actually. One is a woman in her 30s, and she has a cut on her cheek. Looks just like the ghost you guys saw when you entered the temple.
Oh.
Another one looks like a certain fellow that you ran over in the area with the iron trees that had all the souls pinned to the branches. You see him, but he's human.
Oh.
Harmon.
And all the Hell Riders come in and they do the classic police come in after everything's over thing and fix everything. Zariel flies down to you, Koi, and she touches your shoulder. And as she does, you regain 40 hit points instantly.
Nice.
How are you looking?
Slightly over half.
Okay, she keeps her hand on your shoulder and you heal another 40. How are you looking now?
Slightly over half.
You can just see it real time, right? Yeah, you can see it on my. I'm like 12 away from max. I'm pretty good now.
Okay. The woolly mammoth of golden fur with wings flies over to you, and its trunk goes boop on you. And you heal now to full health.
Okay. I think my friend is hurt though, as I point to Brakka.
How's Brakka looking?
Yeah, Brakka's. I'm at 92 out of 200 out of 123. I'm fine.
Zariel looks at you all, and the Hell Riders you see galloping in the background, when suddenly they're just like... They stop. The mammoth you see flying through the sky stops moving, seems frozen in midair. Ash that's fallen from the sky is just still. Nothing seems to be moving. It's almost like time has stopped, except for you guys, and for this Archangel. She looks down at all of you. She has a blindfold on, covering her eyes. Seems to be made of some supernaturally fine silk. And she says, in all of your minds, her mouth doesn't move, Yunogu slaughtered those I swore to protect. I can stop him and others like him. Might have to give up all I stand for. But I could stem the tide of chaos and save many lives from the demonic terrors of the abyss. Were you in my place, would you risk it all to save others?
Yep.
Brakka looks around at all of this, memories of her past, memories of people that she's lost, remembers why she's doing all this, just tightens her grip on the club, thinking of that feeling she had felt from Lathander before this had started, whenever she touched the statue and prayed. And she just sighs. No.
Okay.
She just looks up at Zariel and just says, if I lose it all to accomplish one thing, if I lose everything that is myself, that the people who I love helped make me, helped build me up to, I have wasted everything that they would have done for me. I would have wasted their love. I can't besmirch their sacrifice like that.
Her head turns to you and softly nods. Looks over at Koi and at Richtofen for their answers. The question she asked, I can stop Yunogu and others like him. I might have to give up all I stand for, but I could stem the tide of chaos and save many lives from the demonic terrors of the abyss. Were you in my place, would you risk it all to save others?
I would raise an army to do so.
So yes.
My people sacrificed their home to come to the material plane to fight the terrors from the deep oceans and protect the people in the surface. But we never abandoned our principles. And that's what made us strong. So I say no.
She nods in respect.
Look, I had a horrible past life. I was not the kind of person this life would want to be. If sacrificing what I could do could save the others, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
After hearing all of your answers, each of you gains a boon. It all depended on your answer. So, both Nix and Richtofen, you two gain the boon of vitality.
Giggity.
God damn it, Mav. This is a serious moment. Shut up.
The boon of vitality gives each of you the benefit of a potion of vitality as an action. Once you do so, the charm vanishes from you. Cool. Thanks for that. That helps explain exactly what it is that you would gain. I think potion of vitality cures all diseases and such.
Nice.
Yeah. As an action, it removes any exhaustion you are suffering, cures any disease or poison affecting you. For the next 24 hours, you regain the max number of hit points from any hit die you spend on a rest.
Oh.
Keep that boon in mind. You do not have to use it now. It lasts as long as you don't use it. You get to use it once as an action for both of you. For Brakka and Koi, you two gain the boon of restoration. Boon of restoration, you ask? What could that possibly be? Well, let me tell you as I look at the very vague section of the DMG. You have 6 charges. You can use an action to expend some of these charges to cast the following spells. Greater Restoration, Lesser Restoration. Lesser Restoration. Once all the charges have been expended, the charm vanishes from you. Let me post the details in Discord so you can remember.
Yeah, thank you.
And is this in addition to the one that you said that she had after offering a prayer to Lathander last episode?
Yes, you never got to actually seek the benefits of it. You would have had advantage against saving throws against Jinoku.
Ooh.
Oh, he would have had he had disadvantage on the attack against you, but he still hit.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
He had actually had a chance of missing you on a net too.
Yeah.
So yeah. After that happens, I know we're running really late here, and I think you guys are definitely fine with this. Zariel. Once you acquire these charms, these benefits, these boons, everything fades to white, and you are all back inside the Citadel, looking upon the Sword of Zariel.
Mav, now's the time for that transition noise.
Womp womp.
God damn it.
You notice that you all are still as injured and have lost as much equipment as you did in that dream sequence as you did now. Almost like that was very real.
Surrounded by zombies inside the temple.
Minus the zombies.
Damn.
Exactly, kitty cat. That heard me out.
Yeah, Brakka just like touches that wound where she got bit and just her hand is a little trembly, but she just clenches it. Isn't too late this time. And then she just looks up at the sword and then over to Lulu. How's Lulu doing?
Lulu's eyes roll back to normal. And she says, I think it's time for someone to take the sword. And she looks up at the sword, and she flutters over to it, and looks back at you guys. And then looks at the sword, and looks back at you guys.
Turns to everybody.
Mine.
Richtofen, do you run up and grab it?
I wouldn't run. I'd stroll.
Without hesitation, you just walk up to it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Richtofen,
Oh no.
you stand before the dais, atop of which glows the sword of Zariel. Also before you is Lulu and this ghostly warrior that you saw from one of the Hell Riders. Lulu says, I remember everything now. Into Glen was the last straw. We followed Zariel to Avernus, but the evil there proved to be too much for us. Asmodeus, as Lulu's talking, it sounds like it's come from the whole building, not just her. Asmodeus appeared and promised Zariel infernal legions to end the blood war, but she had to give the Lord of the Nine Hells her fealty. She accepted and became an archdevil, but not before Yul and I took her sword, and she looks over at the ghost warrior lady, hoping it could redeem Zariel someday. I gave up my magic and my memories, and Yul gave her life to construct this place to protect the sword. The ghost then faces you, Richtofen, and says, "You have faced many trials to claim the sword of Zariel. I'm sorry to say you must face one more. As the inscription on the dais says, the hero who comes or becomes one with this blade exists no longer. Which of you is brave enough to draw the blade and be gone forever?"
Still want that sword, Mav?
Your hand, it was like hovering at the sword hilt as this happened. Because you did just walk right up to it, and you were about to pull it out anyway.
What did that? I need that fourth wall bag of sand a la Indiana Jones right now.
Doesn't work like that. The second you touch that sword, you're gone.
Or rather, or maybe the person you were before is gone.
Hey, ghost lady, can we get a description?
I have given you the description, good Dragonborn.
Good Dragonborn. Guys?
No.
Sure you don't want it, Nix?
Hey, no, this is your choice. Either you choose first and step down or take the sword. You stepped up first.
I was just examining it.
Yeah, it's with your hand right above the hilt.
Well, does anyone else want it?
It's not a question of want. Will you take it?
I guess this is like they are asking us for a sacrifice. It's just, are we willing to take it for the good of what?
Lulu chimes in and says, "With the sword, we might be able to redeem Zariel."
Oh, really? Nix jumps up and grabs the sword.
You grab the sword, and as you grab the sword and you pull it out, ching! There's silence, as you're all expecting something to happen. Nothing happens.
Guys, I'm still here.
Yeah, let me see that.
Stop touching the sword, everyone. Let's just go.
I want to touch the sword now.
And am I capable of handing the sword over to Richtofen?
Do you try to?
I mean, he was trying to reach for it first. My question is,
Yeah, you hand it to him.
Okay.
It's not actually that heavy.
There's a moment of silence. Nothing happens. Both of you heard in your head something in Celestial.
Does this thing need new batteries or something?
Yeah, that didn't work like we planned.
Richtofen, you can roll me an Arcana check.
That I can do.
Why not me?
You can also roll an Arcana check.
26.
Not even close.
Richtofen,
Actually, no, that's 19.
you think this is a sentient artifact. Maybe it doesn't want to be attuned to you.
Oh no, not another sentient artifact.
You can tell, especially now that you're holding it, it is part of a Diva Spark, aka part of an angel's soul. Zariel's soul.
Oh, we can take
You're
it back to
thinking
her.
this is the last part of her that has not been corrupted by the infernal hells. The last part of her that is good.
Yeah, we can take it back to her.
Hello, is anyone in there?
You're also pretty sure that this thing is indestructible. But maybe Zariel can destroy it.
Banging it on the ground to try to wake it up.
You hear something in Celestial in your head again.
I don't think we need a translation for that one.
Kind of do.
So, okay.
Lulu,
Richtofen,
what's it saying?
you realize it's speaking inside your head, right?
It says not worthy.
Fuck you too.
I guess Zariel.
Toss.
I guess Zariel doesn't like necromancers.
Cast in the name of God, ye not worthy.
Ouch. So yeah, if he's tossing it, Nick's gonna grab it and keep it to give it back to Zariel next time.
Where's the nearest trash can?
Fuck you! I'm taking the sword. You are not disposing of a celestial artifact.
Fine, recycle bin then.
I swear to God.
We've gone
Brakka.
so far for this freaking sword. I mean, you can bet your ass we're taking it.
Right. Thank you.
Brakka looks over to Lulu and the ghost woman. Oh, how do they look?
Disappointed. Like they expected something to happen and it didn't. Nix, you hear in your head, not in Celestial.
Uh-oh.
You have ties with one of the greatest foes of the multiverse, Tiamat. Are you willing to forsake all ties with her for the greater good?
No question. Absolutely.
Sword of wait, right home. Damn morphine.
Stop sulking.
Raise an entire army of dead and else who take brother.
Can you mute him?
No, it's funny. Also, it's very in character.
It really is.
I'll make my own celestial with blackjack and hookers.
I think that
Zombie
already.
hookers. I'm staying the hell away from that bar.
I think there's already a realm in the Celestials with hookers. It's Charessa's place.
Oh, I guess it shouldn't have been able to speak with you guys. Oh well, too late. So, how many items are you tuned to there, Nix?
2. I have 1 slot more.
Perfect. It automatically attunes to you. No rest required. As it does, there's a huge flash of white light. You feel not just your body, but your mind and soul be completely changed as it seems to completely bond with your entire being. Rest of you see angelic wings spread out of the back of Nix. Nix's bluish scales seem to turn into a more chromatic silver-like sheen. Eyes turn pure sapphire colored. And we'll see what happens next time.
See what I can loot from this stupid place.
And by what happens, I mean I gotta list everything that just happened to you, because a lot of things just happened to you.
Oh, Jesus.
Actually, you know what? Before we end it, I'm gonna have you make some rolls here, Nix.
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you what they are when we're done with the session.
Okay.
So, first roll, I need a D8. No modifiers, just D8.
D8, no modifiers. 6.
Okay. Next one will be a D6.
D6.
Mm-hmm.
4.
Okay. Another D6.
Another D6. That one jumped. That's a 2.
And one more. Another D6.
Another D6. You jump. Another 4.
Okay. Also, I think I should also note, as the sword is taken, and it seems to bind itself to Nix, the entire scab around the citadel explodes from celestial light. Meta, for you all creatures in the scab take 2d10 radiant damage and are hurled 1,000 feet away from you guys.
Like
It's
we
the
took
biggest thunder step I've ever done.
That flash of white light you think is from the explosion, not just Nyx's attunement to the sword. But after the light fades, you find yourself suddenly under Avernus's red night sky. No citadel, no scab in sight. Just debris of gore of a bunch of very vaporized demons. Oh, you do see coming up from the bloody gore appears to be a man in green full plate, and he looks mildly perturbed. Looks over, and you see your vehicles are completely destroyed.
Did I do that?
Dragon eyes full of curls, freaking hellscape, don't call me on what.
And that's where we end it. Okay, so anyone got any plugs? I think we'll start with the most tired one here, with Koi. Because it's super early for you.
Yeah, it's super early. Follow me on Twitter. Follow everyone on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Art, I do.
Art.
Art. And check out my Patreon. That's it. I don't know.
Anyone else got any plugs?
Not at the moment, no.
No good freaking.
I think I may have one, if I may have the pleasure, Scotty.
Yeah, thank you for the plug, Mav. And
so there is a fun little alternating Saturday day smack reset.
Dale.
I knew it wouldn't be long before you.
Wrong game.
Saturday game of Ghosts of Saltmarsh that has been referenced multiple times in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
It includes our wonderful DM, Scotty, as well as a few other characters, including the Abbey that was mentioned, and the Celestial Frying Pan, which is tons of fun, and a couple of other characters, including the one that I play. So that's always a fun little rant.
That won't be this Saturday. It'll be the next Saturday.
Yes, the next Saturday.
As of this recording. On that note, if you want to catch up on any of the many campaigns I run on this Twitch channel, if you look down below, I have all the YouTube playlists linked, including the Chaos Crew one, which is not on my YouTube channel. Besides that, I have a Fiverr account open. The link is on my Twitter, and I do a bunch of character illustration freelancing stuff, or at least I'm trying to. If any of you want your characters drawn from Shadowrun or D&D or Call of Cthulhu, what have you, I can do that for you. So yeah, on that note, we will call it a night. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Next time on Avernus Sea.